It's all just a part of the show. God bless you and your 9 to 5. Hot supper on the table. But don't you tell me about me and mine. I'm a savvy boy, willing and able. How they ever gonna find us? Shipwreck on the mountain, rubbernecking all the outlaws. It's who we wanna be. Belly up and just fake it, and two-step over 80, so we can hope to be someone someday.
Join a winning team with the Davenport Wolves and Bobcat of San Antonio. Our team has the parts. Our team has the service. Our team has the rentals. Our team has new equipment sales. And we got the best lineup of compact and grounds maintenance equipment in town. For the equipment that builds our city and the team that brings us together, Bobcat of San Antonio and the Davenport Wolves are your winning combination.
Central and South Texas, your roof isn't just protection, it's peace of mind. At Casa Roofing, we've spent years providing reliable, top-quality roofing solutions. Whether new construction, full replacements, or small repairs, our team has you, well, covered. Whether rain, wind, hail, or the hot Texas sun, protect your home with the experts Texans trust. Call Casa Roofing today for a free inspection.
GBTC provides cutting-edge technology for your home and business. From smart security and high-speed internet to TV and phone, GBTC has everything you need to stay connected. We're committed to building a stronger, better, connected future. Our GBTC Foundation's charitable support and industry-leading products help you stay connected to what matters most. GBTC, connecting you.
Life is yours to spend. Spend it thinking about the future. Spend it enjoying the moment. Spend it watching them grow. Spend it wishing they'd stop. Spend it believing in yourself. Spend it believing in something just a little bigger. First United Bank. Spend life wisely.
Gilman Automotive is San Antonio's #1 auto team. Choose from a stadium-sized selection of new and pre-owned vehicles. If you're looking for a Honda, Subaru, or Mitsubishi, see Gilman Honda, Gilman Subaru, or Gilman Mitsubishi. And best of all, they all come with the Gilman Promise. We promise you'll love your new car or you can bring it back.
The Heidelberg Materials Surftex Quarry has been producing crushed stone since 1936. Our products are vital to our infrastructure and economy. We are committed to giving back and supporting our local community. As one of the largest employers and taxpayers in the area, we provide significant economic benefits to Garden Ridge and the surrounding communities. We are more than just a stone quarry. We provide a material to build the future.
Join a winning team with the Davenport Wolves and Bobcat of San Antonio. Our team has the parts. Our team has the service. Our team has the rentals. Our team has new equipment sales. And we got the best lineup of compact and grounds maintenance equipment in town. For the equipment that builds our city and the team that brings us together, Bobcat of San Antonio and the Davenport Wolves are your winning combination.
In Central and South Texas, your roof isn't just protection, it's peace of mind. At Casa Roofing, we've spent years providing reliable, top-quality roofing solutions. Whether new construction, full replacements, or small repairs, our team has you, well, covered. Whether rain, wind, hail, or the hot Texas sun, protect your home with the experts Texans trust. Call Casa Roofing today for a free inspection.
Life is yours to spend. Spend it apart. Spend it together. Spend a little now. Spend a lot later. Spend it fearlessly. Spend it faithfully. First United Bank. Spend life wisely.
Our dad, Perry Byer Jr., founded Byer Plumbing in 1990.
And today, we're still family owned and operated and have become the top plumbing company in our area.
And the next generation of Byer boys will be ready for you.
You can trust family-owned and operated Byer Plumbing to do the job right. Right now at Byer Plumbing, save $300 off any water softener system and water filtration system. Here today, here tomorrow.
Just call the Byer boys!
Oh man, here's a broken play. I don't think any of these guys are north to south runners. I mean, look at this one here. Just bounced outside with no blockers ahead of him. But you know, you can always call a Hail Mary, and the guy that you want as your QB is Dr. Ferris. I mean, you give Dr. Ferris the ball, and boom, good things happen. Yep, that's Ferris Orthodontics again with that really nice new smile.
Not the fun part of being a dad, but I have to speak to you about something that is concerning me.
Concerning you?
Yeah. Heard you and your mother talking about this Arlo fella, and
Arlo?
I wasn't eavesdropping. He's always watching you. His videos are secure. This guy sounds like a creep.
It's not.
Your privacy is very important to me, and I think you need to make better decisions when it comes to boys. And this Arlo is not a boy that I think you should be dating.
You're dating someone?
Yeah, Arlo. I heard you guys talking about him.
Arlo?
Yeah.
Dad, Arlo's the name of the new security cameras that we got from our service provider. We were talking about how great they are and how safe they make me feel. Arlo's not a boy.
Well, that's a boy's name.
Oh, boy.
Ah, not a boy. Apparently, we just learned that it's a camera. Named after a boy. Why don't you name it Peter?
Good luck on the Cannery Road. Good luck down in Austin. If it was easy, everybody would do it. It's all just a part of the show. God bless you and your 9 to 5. Hot supper on the table. But don't you tell me about me and mine. I'm a savvy boy, willing and able. How they ever gonna find us? Shipwreck on the mountain. Rubbernecking all the outlaws. It's who we wanna be. Belly up and just fake it. And two-step overrated. So we can hope to be someone someday.
Join a winning team with the Davenport Wolves and Bobcat of San Antonio. Our team has the parts. Our team has the service. Our team has the rentals. Our team has new equipment sales. And we got the best lineup of compact and grounds maintenance equipment in town. For the equipment that builds our city and the team that brings us together, Bobcat of San Antonio and the Davenport Wolves are your winning combination.
In Central and South Texas, your roof isn't just protection, it's peace of mind. At Casa Roofing, we've spent years providing reliable, top-quality roofing solutions. Whether new construction, full replacements, or small repairs, our team has you, well, covered. Whether rain, wind, hail, or the hot Texas sun, protect your home with the experts Texans trust. Call Casa Roofing today for a free inspection.
GBTC provides cutting-edge technology for your home and business. From smart security and high-speed internet to TV and phone, GBTC has everything you need to stay connected. We're committed to building a stronger, better, connected future. Our GBTC Foundation's charitable support and industry-leading products help you stay connected to what matters most. GBTC, connecting you.
Life is yours to spend. Spend it thinking about the future. Spend it enjoying the moment. Spend it watching them grow. Spend it wishing they'd stop. Spend it believing in yourself. Spend it believing in something just a little bigger. First United Bank. Spend life wisely.
Gilman Automotive is San Antonio's #1 auto team. Choose from a stadium-sized selection of new and pre-owned vehicles. If you're looking for a Honda, Subaru, or Mitsubishi, see Gilman Honda, Gilman Subaru, or Gilman Mitsubishi. And best of all, they all come with the Gilman Promise. We promise you'll love your new car or you can bring it back.
North San Antonio for a matchup that has just about everything. It's a rivalry. It's the Battle of Cibolo Creek. It's two undefeated teams. It's two squads expected to make long playoff runs. A game so big we had to borrow Sam Kamen from UIW football. Sam Kamen alongside Hector Ledesma. Sam, want to get your thoughts on this ball game right after the opening kick because Pieper and Davenport are set to get going and we are underway. End over end kick. It's a short one, taking it right around the 18, returnable. Not much to it though. Stopped at the 20-yard line. And Sam, I know you cover both these teams well, especially Davenport. Your thoughts on a matchup of two 2-0 teams coming in and beyond this good start for each, looking for fantastic seasons.
Yeah, they're both state ranked. Davenport ranked 6th in 4A Division I. Pieper came into the season ranked 12th in 5A Division I. This proves to be one of the best matchups here in week 3.
The home Davenport Wolves with the ball first. Incomplete on the first play for scrimmage. Daniel Suka looking to the sideline there, falls incomplete, looking for 3-year letterman. Mr. Singletary falls short, so 2nd and 10 still at right around the 21-yard line.
And Daniel Sokup's in only his 3rd start as the Davenport quarterback. He's replacing Tristan Hamlin, who threw over 4,000 yards and 50 touchdowns.
Tough shoes to fill, excuse me, if I can only get it out, but if anyone's up to it, Daniel certainly is a short gain on 2nd, and when I say gain, I mean he got back to the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 10 early for Davenport. Sukup goes shotgun. He's got twins to our side, lone back, split receiver out to the right. Keeps over the middle. That one incomplete as well. And that Pieper defense, Sam, coming right in, doing what it had to, and forcing Davenport into a punting situation early on.
Yeah, that's a good RPO action. And on the coverage is Bennett King. Had 11 tackles in a win versus Johnson. Tight coverage there, and it's a 3-and-out for Davenport early.
Looking for Adam Elza over the middle on that RPO that Sam mentioned, but because it was incomplete. Punt coming, you would expect. No shenanigans here early on with the Wolves backed up at their own 20. 11:20 remaining in the opening quarter. There's the kick. Taking it right around the 42. Fair catch. And with that fair catch by Andrew Grindstaff, the Warriors will start 1st and 10 at right around their own 42.
And these are two very explosive offenses, so a 3-and-out in this matchup could be the difference because Pieper likes to put up points in a hurry. They're more of a passing attack versus a balanced attack with Davenport, and this is only the 4th matchup between these two, but very close matchups every single time.
Excellent point, Sam. If you would ask me beforehand, I would have thought the first punt of the ball game maybe comes midway through the first quarter, midway through the second, one of those. Quarterback for Pieper, going to the air, wasting no time. Deep shot, complete, cross the 20, and the first big play of the game comes on the first play from scrimmage for the Warriors. The man who just recovered the punt, Andrew Grindstaff, with that big reception to get the Warriors inside the 20. They're marking it at the 18-yard line.
Yeah, he only had one reception for 36 yards against the Jaguars. They do a little pump and go, and just putting it in the breadbasket was Caden Keith.
Keith, working so quickly, didn't even give us a chance to go through his numbers thus far. We'll do that after this snap. Looking to his left, again complete. This time it's Hopper. Brady breaking toward the sideline. 2 plays in, the Warriors sending a message. 6-0 off the arm of Caden Keith and then the legs of Brady Hopper.
Yeah, and Keith actually goes through his progressions here, hits the check down Hopper, and it's just a good 1v1 move, breaks a tackle in for 6, and the Warriors on the board quick.
Brady, a young man who can do it all. On the ground, 21 rushes, nearly 100 yards, a touchdown, but as you see, he can also catch it as well. Extra point is good. And we're not even a minute and a half into this game and already fireworks. Pieper with a big touchdown. Can Davenport answer?
Yeah, that's going to be the question. You're going to have to trade body blows, and that's a good start for Pieper, getting a 3-and-out, going down, and scoring. I mean, both coaches, when we talked to them this week, they said, we want to run our stuff, implement our stuff. We're not worried about what they do. It's, can we play and not beat ourselves? Well, Pieper so far, it's their game so far, just one drive on offense, one drive on defense.
Set to kick here in just seconds. Pieper going to give Davenport another shot per rules. Once you score a touchdown, you got to kick it off, right? So the Wolves getting another opportunity after they went 3-and-out and already hit with a haymaker. Johnson took them less than a minute to go down 58 yards. 2 big completions. Keith first going to his receiver, Andrew Grindstaff, and then out of the backfield, Brady Hopper for the touchdown strike. It's a Pieper team. You heard Sam moments ago mention the win against Johnson. They beat the Jags, one of the better 6As in San Antonio traditionally, 38-24 last Friday. Return a lane there, but it closed up quickly. If not for that, Dante Singletary maybe has himself a nice return. As it is, Pieper able to tackle him just past the 20.
And this is the kind of matchup but in this game. It's team speed for Davenport versus more size and physicality for Pieper. It'll be interesting to see which one gets the better of each other.
So soak up, shotgun on 1st and 10. There's the whistle, so can snap the ball. They do. He keeps coming around right side, breaking an ankle tackle, but then a Pieper wall of resistance, not letting him get any further. Gain of maybe 1.
And Barrett Fallon's going to be the workhorse for Davenport already on this season, close to 500 total yards. You see that read option, the in-man cuts to take off Fallon. Sokup pulls it down, but only able to get a yard on that play.
Sokup on the season when it comes to rushing attempts. 110. He scored 3 times on the ground. Hands up the middle for a couple, maybe across the 25. Not much they give to Barrett Fallon.
And this is a team that likes to stay in the no huddle, like to go quick. But here's the thing, when they're a run-first team. In wins last year, they had 7 yards per carry. Losses, only 4.
A stat to look out for. Fallon gains 4 to bring up 3rd and 5, and they just got a first down. Nice completion out to Cade Scott, the junior receiver, hauling that one in, going out of bounds, and then signaling. We agree with you, Cade. First set of downs for the Wolves at the 33. Snap again. Sokup over the middle. Looks like maybe there was some miscommunication there, because it might have been intended for Adam Elza. Elza, though, had kind of gone upfield on maybe a skinny slant. Looked like Daniel was going a little bit outside.
Yeah, it's a good route combo because one outside receiver's coming in for a post, the other's going towards that sideline, and just bad communication on that one.
2nd and 10 after the incompletion, ball at the 33. Some movement as Trevin Singletary went in motion.
I think this should be encroachment on Pieper. The Warrior jumped on the offensive line, and then the tight end moved after. See right there.
There we go.
Oh, wow.
Well, they're getting Davenport.
Yeah, Braden Hinojosa, the defensive lineman, moves, but Elza, I guess because he's not right in front of him, is not allowed to jump at that jump from the Warriors. So instead of getting 5 yards, you back them up 5, and not what you want to see after a 3 and out.
So with that, 2nd and 15, the ball at the Davenport 28. You see Barrett Fallon, Daniel Sokup in that Wolves offense looking toward the sideline. Down 7-0 early, under 9:30 to go in the opening quarter. Sokup keeps on the RPO, comes around right there to meet him. Not much doing is Mr. Nino Spina.
He's got 11 tackles, and that's the hard part about this game is you got to make open field tackles. Great job tackling. 3rd and long now for Davenport.
And after they faced a 3rd and 9 on their first possession, 3rd and 12 here, Sokup keeps it. He's got a lane if he can get to it. Couldn't break that tackle though, so he's short of the first down. At the 44 is where they'll mark him. He's about 5 yards shy. 4th and 5, the offense staying on the field.
Coach
and
Zimmer
hurrying at that. If they can snap it, there's a flag. I think the officials missed it. It's academic. There's the flag. Sokup got the first down anyway.
Yeah, head coach J.D. Zimmerhansel likes to be aggressive, and even in their own territory, 4th and 5, he likes to go for it, and I think he's going to get it no matter what.
Yeah, penalty marker on the field, and don't have to make many assumptions about what this is. The Warriors had 12 men on the field. They were hurrying to get that extra guy off, but weren't able to get it by the time Sokup snapped it. And so, as mentioned, doesn't make a bit of difference because the Wolves were able to pick up the first down now at their own 45. A couple of first downs here after they went 3 and out in their first possession. Nice answer so far. Fallon again, patiently waiting, and then the burst. Give him maybe 4, depending on the spot. They're going to say 3. They're going to put it at the 48.
At 4 touchdowns versus Tybee, you already know that head coach Nick Rogers is keyed in on Fallon today.
Sokup keeping, going right. Fighting his way, spun forward. Started his spin, Sam, when he was at about midfield. By the time he's down at the 47. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Yeah, very good use of the spin move there. Avoiding the wimpy tacklers makes it 3rd and manageable.
Sokup keeps. Little pass. Incomplete. Well, he was looking for Trevin Singletary.
And
so, Coach Sam Kamen, what do you do here?
Oh, this is automatic go for it territory. If you're going for it, 4th and 5 from your own 38, you're in Pieper territory. This is, especially with Pieper's offense, you feel like you got to put up points.
Excellent point. Silly question given the context. Sokup near the first down marker, got it. second consecutive set of downs on which Pieper is converted on a 4th down. We got a Wolf down on the field. Makes for a timeout on the field, and it's Sokup who's down.
Yeah, good effort there. Able to get the first down, and he dealt with an injury last year that missed the first half of his junior season. Was in a quarterback battle with Tristan Hamlin, but because of that, Hamlin took the job, won it, and then by the time Sokup got healthy again, they moved him to slot receiver, a very good team player, plays baseball, and you really want to see the best for him in his senior year. Hopefully he's able to get back on his feet and continue in this ball game.
As Sokup makes his way to the sideline, let's take a quick break. We're back after this. Davenport driving down 7-0 to Pieper.
GBTC provides cutting-edge technology for your home and business. From smart security and high-speed internet to TV and phone, GBTC has everything you need to stay connected. We're committed to building a stronger, better, connected future. Our GBTC Foundation's charitable support and industry-leading products help you stay connected to what matters most. GBTC, connecting you.
Barrett Fallon in at quarterback for the Wolves as Daniel Sokup just went to the sideline following, don't want to call it an injury, we don't know the extent, but he was down for a bit and then made his way to the sideline on 1st and 10. Fallon picking up a couple, brings up 2nd and 7.
And he played quarterback his freshman year, was not on varsity as a freshman, was a running back his first year on varsity. He's listed as the backup quarterback. Look for him to be active in the running game and pass game.
Fallon's first pass attempt of the night is incomplete. He was looking toward the sideline. Caden Scott making a habit of camping out there on those out routes. Maybe it's a curl. Either way, it's on the sideline. Unable to connect there, bringing up another 3rd and long for this Wolves offense.
And the big thing for Fallon is see one, and it gets his confidence going. All he needs to see is one completion, see if he can get it here on 3rd down.
Fallon's got twins to each side. RPO he keeps. Well short of the first down. I actually say well short. He's not well short. He's short, but it's not forever to go on what you would think would be another 4th down and go.
Exactly.
4th and 3, Sam.
Yeah, this is go territory once again. ESPN analytics, high school analytics. it's go time.
Can they pick up yet another 4th down? Barrett Fallon says, yes, we can. Across the 30. He needed to get to the 31. He gets to the 29.
And Pieper had 2 guys right there able to make a tackle to create a 4th down in conversion. Instead, Fallon breaks a couple tackles.
Fallon keeping, lets it go. Across the 30, breaking a tackle. Nice job, Brandon Ramirez, a senior receiver. Kind of a, oh, look what I found a moment, but able to make some positive yardage out of it. I think they got 2. Ball at the 27. Officially 2nd and 8. Again, twins to each side for Fallon. Keeps up the middle, not much there. That Pieper defense ready and willing. Leighton Springer, sophomore linebacker, in on that stop.
And we've just been seeing Davenport playing dink and dunk, run game, run game, run game. They haven't been able to press Pieper over the top, which is a reason why their linebackers and safeties are so far into the box, getting into the run game.
And Daniel Sokup coming back into the ball game. Cheers from the Wolves Stadium, cheers all across the stadium. Happy to see Daniel okay, out for several plays. Barrett Fallon filling in nicely, moving over from running back. Sokup's first pass is complete. Who else are you going to go to but Dante Singletary? 3rd year on varsity, but again, they're short, Sam, and again, they're going on 4th down.
Hey, you're 2 for 2 on 4th down. Might as well try and make it 3 for 3. Field goals are not going to win this game. You need touchdowns.
Especially given the way Pieper started, right? Sending a message early. Davenport looking to set a record for most 4th down conversion in a single drive. Fallon.
I don't think he got it.
I don't think he got there either. I jinxed him. Yep, ref saying he's at the 20. He needed to get to the 19. He might be at the 21, as a matter of fact.
That's a great defensive stand by the Warriors. That is a very long drive that they were out there on the field. Almost seems like 6 minutes, and coming up empty. That really hurts that Davenport offense.
Well, they got the ball back with north of 10:30. They give it back up with 4:32, so exactly. Good math, Sam.
Hey, we got a statistician,
We do.
good old Pops, that gave me that math
do.
knowledge, you know?
Tony Kamen, lucky to have him alongside, stats guru, going to help out with my mathematical shortcomings. Pitch, catch, 25-yard line on first down. Andrew Grindstaff again, very busy, fielding the opening punt for the Warriors, then a long bomb on their first play from scrimmage, a reception on the first play of their second drive of the ball game.
Yeah, Coach Rogers had mentioned in that pregame meeting he was good for him last year, has been good for him this year too.
Little scoop to Hopper, and Brady still on his feet. He does that, Sam. He's tough to bring down, and those legs always moving. It's cliche. You hear coaches talking about it all the time. Those legs never stop moving, and it's not a coincidence that he's almost always pushing forward, taking guys with him.
He's not the biggest guy in stature, but that lower half is built, and he's built like a bowling ball.
1st and 10 at the 43. Screen. Flag on the play. Loose. Open field. Still on his feet across the 25. A couple of moves and a free path to the end zone. Will it stand is the question. Isaiah Champagne showing you why he is one of the best receivers in all of San Antonio, but I don't think it's going to stand, Sam. Hey, I rhymed there.
Yep.
Kind of. Stand and Sam, maybe. I can try to make them rhyme.
And it's a shame on that play because Isaiah Champagne shows why he's that next level caliber of player. He takes a little wide receiver screen towards the middle of the field, weaves all the way to his right, back to his left. He's got explosive capability, but just a little bit of a jersey tug initially on that screen, backs him up 10 and wipes off the touchdown.
A young man who Sam will be calling plenty of. He's a UIW commit. 1st and 20. Hopper again. A little bit of a stutter step before he went outside. Don't know if he got to the 40. It'll depend on the spot. Well, it's second and right around 12 maybe, Sam, depending on the spot.
Yeah, again, good job there from Caden Keith. Just taking what the defense gives you. Everything's locked up down the field. Hit the check down, get the penalty yardage back. 2nd and 12 now.
Keith, little pitch to Hopper. Nothing there. There to meet him almost instantly is Peyton Yankee. The junior linebacker able to hold on and then finally take Hopper to the ground. Pieper back to the original line of scrimmage. Problem is that they had that big penalty, so it's still 3rd and 10.
And that play had home run capability, but Yankee does a good job of staying sound, reading his keys, not falling for the misdirection, able to hold him for a short gain.
Under 2.5, under 2:20 we go. The clock running. Keith, there's Champagne. Lost his footing. The Davenport D, an opportunity to get themselves off the field if nothing unexpected happens on what you think would be a punt attempt.
But Coach Rogers likes to be aggressive as well. We'll see if he's as aggressive as Coach Zimmer Hansel has been here in this first quarter.
Coach Nick Rogers, his 4th season at Pieper, 3rd season officially. That first year, more of a JV year. As Carter Norseworthy punts it away, low line drive, and I don't know if line drive kind of does it justice. Almost hit the back of his lineman.
Inside the 5, though, for
Inside
number
the 5.
5.
Yeah, gets it done. Doesn't matter how it looks. Gets it done. So, Sam, you've seen plenty of Davenport football over the years. You're them, you know, despite the fireworks in the early going, still in good shape here. You're only down 7. You're just coming off a nice sustained offensive drive. You know, if you're Davenport, pretty decent shape here to start this big game.
And all it takes is one play. They can score in a flash of an eye, just like we saw from Pieper. It just takes one play, and this is what happened last year. They got down 14-3, fought their way back to the lead, but could not hold on when they was at Pieper.
Go through the series history of this one momentarily on this first down give. Barrett Fallon to the 10. They're going to say he's at the 9, 2nd and 6. Trips out to Silcup's right. Again, it's Barrett Fallon.
I mean, you look at his workload already this season. He got the ball 27 times versus Tivy. 25 carries, 2 receptions. They want to get him the ball in any way possible.
3rd and a yard, they go to Fallon again. And as he's slow to get up, I'm pretty sure. Oh, and he's going back down. Officials timeout with Barrett Fallon now on the turf.
I mean, I'd be on the turf too if I got 10 carries within the first quarter. I mean, and this, again, we talk about team speed versus physicality. We'll see if Fallon is like Sokup and can get back into this ball game.
Let's step aside, and when we come back, we'll update you on Mr. Fallon. It's a 7-0 ball game for Pieper. Late first quarter, we're back from right here on the Davenport High School campus.
Join a winning team with the Davenport Wolves and Bobcat of San Antonio. Our team has the parts. Our team has the service. Our team has the rentals. Our team has new equipment sales. And we got the best lineup of compact and grounds maintenance equipment in town. For the equipment that builds our city and the team that brings us together, Bobcat of San Antonio and the Davenport Wolves are your winning combination.
Wolves Stadium on 4th and 1 from their own 14. Davenport will punt it away. When we went to the break, Barrett Fallon on the ground. He appears to be okay. Good signs initially as he made his way off the field. The punt here by Ashton Mercer, taken at the 49, fair catch, made by Andrew Grindstaff. And with 14.3 ticks left in the first quarter, Pieper takes over from just its side of the field.
Yeah, and you look at that one, you're 4th and 1, but you're deep in your own territory.
Yeah.
If you get stopped there,
right,
then Piper's got almost a for sure field goal, if not a touchdown walk-in on one play.
Perhaps even Dan Campbell would put it away at that point.
I don't know
Although
about
it's tough
Dan.
to say, right, because it is Dan Campbell. 1st and 10. Keith over the middle, lets it fly. Overthrown. You could kind of see that from the get-go. You could see that Cash Lancaster was more than likely not going to get there. Good ball by Keith, just a little too much oomph on it.
He was able to get on the backside of Reyna, was open if he was able to hit his man, but hey, take a deep shot. It's sudden change. You're at midfield. Why not take the shot?
It's something Piper's done frequently in this early start to the ball game. It's paid dividends so far. Out route, looking for John Hamilton for the first time. Hamilton, a young man who pretty busy for this Warrior team. Running back, 14 carries, 52 yards, 4 touchdowns through the Warriors' first 2 games.
And get this, 9 carries against Johnson, 3 of them were touchdowns. So he's a very explosive player, just like Isaiah Champagne is.
1.5 seconds left in the first quarter on 3rd and 1 from right around the 50. First down. We just said his name, Hamilton, getting across the 30, and that is how quarter number 1 comes to an end. The Pieper Warriors up 7-0 in this duel with the Davenport Wolves. The Battle of Cibolo Creek taken by the Warriors to this point. We're back with the second quarter right here from the campus of Davenport High School. Don't go anywhere. Tons of fun still ahead.
In Central and South Texas, your roof isn't just protection, it's peace of mind. At Casa Roofing, we've spent years providing reliable, top-quality roofing solutions. Whether new construction, full replacements, or small repairs, our team has you, well, covered. Whether rain, wind, hail, or the hot Texas sun, protect your home with the experts Texans trust. Call Casa Roofing today for a free inspection.
Life is yours to spend. Spend it thinking about the future. Spend it enjoying the moment. Spend it watching them grow. Spend it wishing they'd stop. Spend it believing in yourself. Spend it believing in something just a little bigger. First United Bank. Spend life wisely.
Davenport, the Warriors coming out, have the ball at the Wolves' 27-yard line, already up 7-0. First opening 12 minutes for both squads, especially for the Warriors, who scored on their second play from scrimmage. Looking to add to it here. Keith fakes the handoff over the middle. Isaiah Champagne, first down. Throw, catch, first down. Easy breezy between those two.
Yes. You saw that connection a lot last week versus Johnson. 7 receptions, 167 yards with a long of 47. And even a week before, he only caught 3 balls, but all 3 were touchdowns. So you got to key in on Champagne if you're this Davenport defense.
The old Buddy Ryan line about Chris Carter. All he does is catch touchdowns. That's why I cut him. Snap, Keith rolling right, looking to his left. They had a play designed that way. Davenport sniffing it out. And Keith, give up. Not taking any chances, just runs out of bounds.
The problem is he's already out of the pocket. Just throw it out of bounds. You don't need to step out of bounds. He just lost, let's see if my math's correct, 11 yards on that one little thing. Just those are the minute things that, hey, a new quarterback in the system, he'll learn that throughout the year.
As you preface, let's see if my math is correct. Dad, Tony, looked over and said, your math better be correct on this one. Second and forever. They need to get to Smithson Valley at this point to get the first down. Keith Hamilton on the screen. Can't break that initial tackle. Nice job in the open field by Eric Singletary. Brings up third and forever.
Yeah, Eric Singletary is the leader of this defense for the Wolves. A preseason All-State player. Last year, 115 tackles. One of the key returners on this defense that lost a lot of their front 7.
Many of you watching already know these two teams that have state aspirations. The Wolves state semifinalists a year ago, they have tons of people back. The Warriors regional finalists, and they have tons of people back. What makes this matchup so fun? Hamilton still on his feet. Cross the 10, John Hamilton's gonna score. Busted play it looked like from the beginning. Maybe the design was so good it fooled everybody. Any way you slice it, 21 yards later, Pieper has itself a 13-0 lead with the point after to come.
Yeah, I don't know if offensive coordinator Adam Ortega really designed that play. I think it was a bobbled snap,
yeah.
But Hamilton kind of takes it, breaks a tackle from Parker Blouse, and then because everyone's running towards the end zone, he's got a cake-free touchdown.
Logan Lopez, the junior kicker, boots it through. They scored quickly in the first quarter. They scored quickly in the second quarter. Minute and a half, 1:31 to be exact, into quarter number 2. The Warriors have a 14-0 lead.
I mean, that's just
Take a quick break.
Crazy.
When we come back, the Wolves in need of an answer. We'll see if they get it right here from Davenport High School.
Oh, man, here's a broken play. I don't think any of these guys are north to south runners. I mean, look at this one here. Just bounced outside with no blockers ahead of him. But you know, you can always call a Hail Mary, and the guy that you want as your QB is Dr. Ferris. I mean, you give Dr. Ferris the ball, and boom, good things happen. Yep, that's Ferris Orthodontics again with that really nice new smile.
again alongside Pieper. Off to a fantastic start, scoring early in both quarters, 14-0 with 10:29 to go in the second quarter of a mega matchup between two undefeated teams to start 2024. Third game of the year for both. Touchback, so at the 25 is where Davenport will start. We've mentioned the win against Johnson last week for Pieper. That followed a 38-36 victory against a Bernie team that's just 2 years removed from playing for the state championship. The Greyhounds expected to make a long playoff run again this year. For Davenport, they started the season by beating Veterans Memorial 32-15, then went on the road to beat Tybee last week 52-34. So both teams looking to go 3-0. And the team that loses will suffer its first defeat. Fallon, not much there. That Pieper defense not giving him much space. And then as the whistle blows, taking him to the ground, Kyler Shepler in the middle of that.
And they're running a 3-3-5. So 3 down linemen, 3 linebackers, and 5 DBs. I mean, even when I play NCAA, the video game, I can't figure out the 3-3-5, and Davenport's having the same exact troubles.
Handoff again to Fallon, again up the middle. Some positive yardage on this play. There to meet him with a vengeance is Caleb Gale. Gale, a senior linebacker. Have an injury or a player down, I should say. So timeout taken on the field. It's Barrett Fallon.
Yeah, he got met in the hole and took a good lick. I mean, the pads are popping in the front 7. The battle of the trenches between the Wolves and Warriors. We're seeing some good stuff because, again, the physicality of the Warriors, they've got the bigger size, but Davenport wants to run the ball, and they've been trying to run the ball, haven't been able to break it open just yet.
That's the second time in a short amount of time that Barrett Fallon has made his way to the sideline. Late in the first quarter, he had to exit as well. Sukup under pressure, evades, looking to cut it back. Nice spin move, and he got a first down. That was Daniels and Daniels alone in terms of effort and production as well.
I mean, that was a great job of pocket awareness. He sees the blitz. He gets picked up there by number 4, Trevin Singletary, and then that fancy spin move, able to get just enough for a first down.
At the 36 is where they have it. Twins to his left for Daniel. Sukup over the middle on the slant, incomplete. Looking for Brandon Ramirez, a little low. Brandon diving. Kind of a baseball type slide.
And that
incompletion. I'm sorry, Sam. I didn't mean to step over you.
You're good.
Say it brings up 2nd and 10. Go ahead.
Yeah, that throw is just a little bit underthrown. The first time we've gotten to see them try the intermediate passing game, just a little bit behind on that pass attempt.
On 2nd and 10. That's complete. Nice job in traffic. Coming down with it, Adam Elzra. Elza doing a nice job of hauling that one in, and they're at the 40, 3rd down.
And that's a tight window to fit it through on a 5-yard out route because you got a guy draped on the inside as well as the outside. Perfect ball there by Sukup.
6 yards for a new set of downs. Sukup keeps. He's got room, and he's got another first down. Again, the effort toward the end there. Notice the best players always do a nice job of when they're falling forward. Doesn't seem like it would make that much of a difference, but it often does. And a new set of downs for the Wolves.
And he needed every inch on that one because he got hit right at the sticks, got a little bit more for able to move the chains.
Howling here at the Wolves Stadium, 1st and 10 at their own 47. Sukup now to his right. Little hesitation move, back on his heels to stay on his feet before he's finally brought down at right around the 46 as Davenport moves into Pieper territory.
And it's a good thing that he's got the juke moves, the spin moves, because he's been taking some licks, and every time he hits the turf, it's taking him a little bit extra effort to get back up. You can already see the physicality wearing on him. Let's see if he can keep pushing through for this Davenport team.
a young man who does more damage with his arm but can do it with his legs and showing it. Here he is again, running over defenders head first, and that picks up another first down on second and right around 3.
Well, I don't know if he's got an earpiece to what I said, but he just matched the physicality. It was 1v1, kind of Oklahoma drill style with Bennett King, and he barreled over King.
Now at the Pieper 42 for the second time in this ball game, Davenport methodical. Over the middle, looking for a big play, just through the hands of Dante Singletary. If the senior receiver's fingertips are about 2 inches longer, that's a big play.
And that's a great ball there by Soka because he threw Singletary open. It didn't look like Singletary was open until he hit that 5-yard line when he outstretched his fingers and just not enough to hang on to it.
Good time to take a shot. 1st and 10 at the Pieper 42. With that incompletion, now obviously 2nd and 10. Took up with one back, throws it to him. It's Trevin Singletary. Not much there. That Pieper defense actually still on his feet. I thought play stopped. Singletary telling him it's Caden Scott with the ball.
Yeah, so you're exactly right. They run a little screenplay, good time screen, but Singletary actually loses the ball, and then Scott picks it up, gets a first down. Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good.
New set of downs at the 31. Looking toward that corner. This time Scott not nearly as successful. As mentioned, gone to him plenty of times, couple of times here in the early going along the sideline. 2nd and 10 going. We talked about how Sukup does a lot of his damage through the air. 409 yards passing coming into the ball game, 3 touchdowns. Now he scored as many touchdowns on the ground, 3 through these first 2 games. 110 is what he's gained on the ground. Handoff, not much there. The give to Trevin Singletary. 3rd and long coming for the Wolves.
Yeah, they just have not been able to get the run game going, which has left them in these 3rd and long situations. And so halfway through the second quarter, 3rd and 10 from plus 31, you kind of think this one's also in 4-down territory.
Yeah. Yep, read my mind, Sam. Coming to his right, took up saying, let's see if we maybe don't need that 4th down. They will. Nice job in that offensive backfield by Leighton Springer. Sophomore linebacker's been on a couple of big plays already for that Pieper defense. This one especially big because it makes it 4th and 12.
And they try to roll out to the non-throwing side of Sokup, and nothing's there, so he tries to tuck it down and run, and that gives enough time for the Warriors to collapse on the ball.
At the 33 of Pieper, as Sam mentioned, this 4-down territory. 12 yards for a first down. Successful on a couple of 4th downs on the previous possession were the Wolves. Sokup over the middle, another shot. Broken up. They were looking for Dante Singletary. Good play though, Cash Maroney kind of playing center field, coming over and able to break that one up. And for a second time in this ball game, Sam, Davenport puts a nice drive together, but when it comes down to it, unable to get any points.
Yeah, the bend don't break mentality for this Warriors defense, and you throw up a 0 against Davenport, you're going to be awfully successful and get some ice cream treats on the ride back home.
That sounds good. Twins to each side for Caden Keith. Puts Hopper in motion. Brady going to his right. Keith looking that way, now looking over the middle. Deep shot again. And again they connect. Big play after big play, and every single time seemingly it's gone to Andrew Grindstaff. They're ruling that a catch. Official saying, come on down, guys. I'm waiting. He made that catch. Come Come to me. I'm not coming back to you.
I mean, even I was kind of going, are they going to rule that a catch or not? Because they got jarred loose after he went to the ground, and so they're going to say he was down with possession, and another big gain for the Warriors.
No semblance of the ball making any kind of a football move on that play. At the 20, Hopper, fake. There's Champagne, a move, another move. Isaiah Champagne gets into the end zone. On one play, again, you see the electricity that Isaiah Champagne brings to the football field every time he catches the ball.
Coach Rogers says he's lightning in a bottle. Well, we just got to see it with jump cut after jump cut. I mean, again, RPO action, a short completion, and Champagne does the rest.
Champagne, an editor's nightmare. You hate jump cuts when you're editing. You don't when you're on the football field. Snap, hold, kick, good. Pieper in total control early here at Davenport's Wolves Stadium. Let's take a break. The Wolves looking to get back into this thing. 4:05 remaining in the first half. They're down 3 touchdowns. We're back after this.
Gilman Automotive is San Antonio's #1 auto team. Choose from a stadium-sized selection of new and pre-owned vehicles. If you're looking for a Honda, Subaru, or Mitsubishi, see Gilman Honda, Gilman Subaru, or Gilman Mitsubishi. And best of all, they all come with the Gilman Promise. We promise you'll love your new car, or you can bring it back.
It's the way to go.
The Pieper Warriors in total control. Brady Hopper getting into the end zone for their first 7. That came on the second play from scrimmage. Moments later, the Warriors again getting in. 14-0, that's the score after the first quarter. And then just moments ago, Isaiah Champagne doing what Isaiah Champagne does. You heard Sam say before we went to break that Coach Nick Rogers says he's electricity in a bottle. He's lightning in a bottle, showing every bit of the move. Champagne, electric. The UIW commit showing it on that short run. And now the Pieper Warriors kicking it off. Up 21-0. Returned, it will be by the Wolves. And I remember in high school, it's interesting, you can take the fair catch from anywhere and you'll get it to 25, but still on his feet, coming across a good return considering by Jalen Morrow, the senior safety, making his way to right around the 12-yard line.
Yeah, a little indecision there because he caught it right on the goal line. And so he looked back, looked forward, and tried to reverse the field. Luckily, he was able to break a tackle, get a few extra yards, but they're going to start up shop deep in their own territory.
Yeah, it's a new rule, the touchback. You can take it from anywhere and you get it to 25 on a kick return, and I think people are still kind of getting used to it.
Yeah, it's better than the new NFL rule of how that kickoff is. So
they're at the 12.
New quarterback, it looks
Serving
like.
a quarterback, that's exactly right, Sam. Davenport's got a new quarterback. Shotgun, he takes the first snap, and he's going to throw on his first attempt. On his first snap, I should say. That first attempt is good. The new quarterback is number 20, Tredarian Doherty. It's just a sophomore. He's listed at running back. Now, interesting, Sam, because Daniel's taken, you've talked about this on a previous series, it's been a physical game, and he's taken quite a bit of shots. Maybe not any one that's devastating, but it seems like they're adding up, and he's getting pretty beaten up out there.
Yeah, you've seen the physicality. They're going to get backed up for a penalty. And it's interesting that he's come into the game because they have a third quarterback on the roster, number 11, Braden Henderson, but they're going with the running back, so they might be trying to go a little bit more wildcat options here.
We saw a little while ago Barrett Fallon filling in. There's the pass on the slant. It's incomplete. He was looking for Caden Scott. Pass falling incomplete. But also appearing to battle some bumps and bruises is Barrett Fallon, so he might be unavailable as well. He's the backup listed. Sam mentioning a little while ago, Henderson, the third quarterback. So they're going right to Tredarian Doherty, again a sophomore, listed at running back, to take over that signal caller position. Tough go of it. Gets this Pieper defense down 21-0, backed up on his end of the field. 2nd and 15. Coming right and met there immediately. Josh Menchaca, junior defensive lineman, making his presence felt, welcoming Daughtry, I should say. I'm sorry, Daughtry to the ball game.
I mean, I don't know if you saw this, but that closing speed, Daughtry had the edge, and for a defensive line, nose tackle, Menchaca moves very well.
Yeah, Menchaca getting there in a hurry. So, little reset here in case you're just joining us, or you're at Wolves Stadium. 3:11 remaining in the first half. Pieper on top 21-0 in an anticipated clash between two 2-0 teams. The Battle of Cibolo Creek. These two campuses both new, relatively speaking, both enjoying success already. And so with all that at stake and state rankings, throw that into the mix, expecting, I think, a shootout and a showdown, Pieper has come in and said, no. We're taking control of this one. They scored 2 plays into the ball game, added another touchdown later in the first quarter, then scored a minute and a half into quarter number 2. And so here we are, Davenport, 3rd and 15 from its own 7-yard line, down by those 3 scores. Out to the screen area. Adam Elza, not much there for the senior receiver. Daughtry's first completion of the night. Jadarian, as mentioned, just a sophomore.
Still looks like there's 2 timeouts. Warriors are going to elect to keep them and not take a timeout.
And Pieper figures to get this ball back in pretty good field position. They've got Andrew Grindstaff and Brady Hopper both back to receive the punt. Now Davenport wants to talk.
The play clock was running to 0. Don't need to back them up 5 yards, punting into the wind either. So smart timeout.
Pre-district game for both these teams. Sam mentioning it at the top of the broadcast, a 5A matchup versus a 4A matchup. Pieper, the 5A squad. Once they get into district play, woo-wee, that tough district with Smithson Valley, Wagner's in there, New Braunfels moving down, Bernie Champion, a murderer's row of district opponents. And loading up on that pre-district schedule, Sam, with Johnson on the heels of Bernie, followed by Davenport. Even though they're going to have a tough road in district, Nick Rogers wanted to make sure his team would be prepared as much as possible for an anticipated second consecutive long playoff run.
Yeah, the big question for Pieper coming into this season was, could they handle the move up from 5A Division II to 5A Division I? They scheduled for it. Bernie, 2 years removed from a state championship, a very consistent 6A Johnson team, and you saw what Davenport did last year going to the state semifinals. And I know he didn't want to say this to us, but he's been very pleased with his start, because you probably ask him, hey, you're going to go 2-0 with wins over Bernie and Johnson. He might have expected 1-1, could have even expected 0-2. Instead, they're 2-0, and they've got a 3-touchdown lead over Davenport in a very hostile environment. They've taken the crowd out of it because it's been a good showing for this Garden Ridge community.
Andrew Grindstaff, fair catch. So 1st and 10 for the Warriors at the Davenport 45. Great field position and worlds of time before the intermission. 2:17. Keith, deep, picked across the 15. A good play by Trenton Evans-Williams. And it comes at a time when the Wolves really needed some momentum.
They tried to go sudden change, hit the big shot. They were looking for Ethan Palmer over the middle. Instead, it's picked off by Trenton Evans-Williams. that might be the spark the Wolves need to kickstart this offense and get themselves back in this ball game.
And interesting to see who's going to come out at quarterback. It is still number 20, Tredarian Daltrey, in there. Daniel Sokup going to the bench following their offensive possession 2 series ago now. And Daltrey in shotgun. Keeps on the RPO, coming right. Having trouble keeping his footing, and then that Pieper defense holding a team meeting at the expense of Tredarian. Huge loss. Second, and it's going to be right around 16, maybe 17. Well, maybe I'll split the difference depending on the spot of the ball, but they're all the way back at their own 26. Need to get to the 43, so second and 17, 42, second and 16, I should say.
Piper's going to take a timeout, try to save as much clock as possible. Daughtry tried to go, again, on this RPO look. He pulls the ball, tries to find someone, gets caught in no man's land, and, I mean, it's like the movies on that last play. He kind of got – he was standing there, and it was 5 Warriors facing the Giants, taking him down to the turf. And some of it is he's just inexperienced. He's just a sophomore. These are probably his first snaps at quarterback. Coach J.D. Simrahanso giving him a lot of instructions kind of on the sideline going out for the first 2 series. So he's going to be a little cautious, trying to at least minimize the damage with just over 96 seconds left in this first half.
As mentioned, he's not even listed on the depth chart at quarterback. He's the 3rd street running back. But as far as quarterbacks goes, he's not one of the top 3. But again, Barrett Fallon maybe not available either. He's been dinged up throughout this first half as Daniel Sokup is exited. Whistles, play dead on 2nd and 17. And Davenport continuing to move in the wrong direction.
You can start to see the frustration mounting for these Wolves, both on the field and in the stands, trying to get some glimmer of hope here in week 3. It's been all Pieper so far. The defense has came to play and a couple big explosive plays.
And you know that's going to drive. Oh, it's on deep. It's so that now they're bringing it back, offsetting penalties. It appears. So are they going back to the original line of scrimmage, or where it was just moments ago?
So they're calling it disconcerting signals. So again, with these kind of shotgun offenses, they'll clap for the snap, and I'm guessing the umpire setting the ball down might have heard a couple claps from the linebacker core, which can cause the snap to be snapped at a time that they're not expecting it.
So with that, 2nd and 12 for Daltrey and this Wolf offense. Incomplete. In a crowd trying to haul it in was Brandon Ramirez, but that Pieper D there in a hurry. Applying the pressure from the get-go was Bennett King.
And this Pieper defense can pin their ears back and get after Daughtry. He hasn't been able to showcase he can beat them deep, so they're jumping every short intermediate route as well as getting their safeties and linebackers into that run attack.
3rd and 12. Tough go of it for Davenport right now. They're down 3 touchdowns without their starting running back, without their star quarterback. Daniel Sokup and Barrett Fallon both out with bumps and bruises. Don't want to speculate as to the nature of, and don't even want to use the word injury, because I think injury entails there's an actual injury there. I'm not a doctor, and I'm way up here. I'm not going to speculate as to any of that. But what we do know right now is that they've both taken a fair share of hits. They've both been on the turf, and neither is in the ball game right now.
The good news is they're both on the sideline. They're both supporting their team. They don't have their helmet with them, so again, not speculating, but they are not ready to go in on this very next play. So from what it looks like, you got to prepare for Sokup and Fallon to be out of the game for the foreseeable future. Again, that defensive interception, huge for momentum on the defensive side of the ball. Now they've got to match that with some offensive explosive plays. Get a first down here. Keep the ball. Sometimes your best defense can beat the offense, but they got to get points on the board.
3rd and 12 coming out of the timeout. That was Piper's final timeout, if I understand it correctly, right, Sam? So they have no more. They hope to get the ball back. Ball's on the turf. They might have gotten it back right now.
They sure did.
There it is. There's a signal. The Warriors recovering the fumble. Fantastic job by Bennett King to come up with that turnover. And so the Piper Warriors more than in business, 120 an eternity given their big play offense, and they're already at the Davenport 29.
Yeah, it was a good job because they just tried to go QB run, and Brendan Hinojosa jars the ball loose against Daughtry, and you don't see that often with this Davenport team. Turnovers have been a killer sometimes, and that was a key one, putting the Piper Warriors back in business once again.
Caden Keith surveying, looking left. Now Tux, he's got a lane in front of him. He cuts it back inside, gets across the 25. Keith, a young man, not shy about taking off when he needs to. A good game there for the Warriors.
Yeah, the clock's going to keep running. He did not get to the sticks, so under a minute.
2nd and 1. He's got 62 yards coming into this ball game on 10 carries, does Caden Keith. Plenty of time. 53 seconds of counting. He's going to take a shot. Corner. Jump ball. Nobody came down with it. He was looking for Ethan Palmer.
Good coverage there from Jalen Morrow. Right on his hip. Surveys. Finds the ball. The jump ball over the heads of both of them. So good coverage. Good job there by Piper. Now 3rd and 1.
48 seconds left on the clock before we hit the intermission. Keith fakes the handoff over the middle. Champagne. Last time he was in this predicament, he broke it for a touchdown. Gets across the 10 and the helmet flies off.
He's going to have to come out. Maybe they do have one more timeout.
Yeah, I was looking at the scoreboard and I saw no lights to indicate. Actually, they do have. Now I was looking at the wrong thing. They do have. I see the timeout left on the scoreboard. That's my bad. With that timeout, that means that Champagne can stay in the ball game.
And it's a smart play because one, now you can not have to rush to the line and rush a new player onto the field on 1st and goal, and you get your most prolific athlete on the field a chance to score and put him up 4 scores now.
Talking about Keith on the ground coming into this ball game this season, 31 of 43, so an outstanding completion percentage of 72, averages 19 yards per reception, throws for nearly 300 yards per game at 298, 4 touchdowns through the air. He's thrown a couple picks, a quarterback rating when you add it all up of 145.3. So Caden Keith, a young man who's off to a fantastic start to 2024, as is his Piper Warrior squad. Looking right, goes that way. Another jump ball. This one, they do come down with it. Touchdown, Piper. It is Evan Drake getting his first touch, making it count. The tight end with 6 more. 27-0, the point after to come.
First catch today. He had his first catch last week, and this is a big physical kid. He's got offers from UIW, SFA, UTRGV. A lot of size. Go throw him up to him in the edge of the end zone. He comes down with it for another touchdown.
Logan Lopez, a perfect 4 of 4 on extra points. What do you say, fellas? You want to take one quick break before we go to the halftime? Let's do it. When we come back, what we think will be the final 37.5 seconds before the intermission, You're watching Pieper and Davenport, all Warriors so far. Getting into the action for Pieper, the receiver for the Warriors, following in the footsteps of Brady Hopper, who got the first one, Isaiah Champagne, who got the third touchdown, and with that score, the Warriors taking a 28-0 lead with 37.5 ticks left before we head to the locker rooms. Davenport down two of its best players here the last couple of series, with Daniel Sukup and Barrett Fallon both on the sideline, both taking their share of hits through these first 24 minutes. Fair catch, and so the Wolves will start 1st and 10 at their own 10 with officially 36.4 left on the clock.
And this might just be a handoff, run it, get to the half, make some adjustments. Coach Zimmer Hansel had mentioned to us during the week that they didn't get off to the best starts, but they made very good halftime adjustments. They were down at the half the first 2 weeks. I don't think he wanted to be down 28-0,
right.
But they have had that. They have been known for some of this comebackness in the second half. We'll see if they can fight back in the third and fourth quarter.
Following the Jalen Morrow fair catch on the kickoff, it's Trevin Singletary, brought down by Menchaca. Davenport does not have to snap it again. The game clock is at 22 and counting. The play clock is at 10 and counting. And we'll see if Coach Zimmer Hansel and that offensive staff calls another play in. They're not. Players coming off the field. Sam bringing up an excellent point. Davenport now down in each of its first 3 halftimes to start this season. This, though, a different beast.
Yeah,
the Pieper Warriors up 28-0 after the first 24 minutes. Coming up next, halftime. Both bands perform, both spirit groups perform, and then that'll take you up to a second half in which Davenport has to find some answers. Pieper up by 4 touchdowns in a highly anticipated matchup. We're back after this with a halftime show.
Join a winning team with the Davenport Wolves and Bobcat of San Antonio. Our team has the parts. Our team has the service. Our team has the rentals. Our team has new equipment sales. And we got the best lineup of compact and grounds maintenance equipment in town. For the equipment that builds our city and the team that brings us together, Bobcat of San Antonio and the Davenport Wolves are your winning combination.
On the Cannery Road, good luck down in Austin. If it was easy, everybody would do it. It's all just a part of the show. God bless you and your 9 to 5. Hot supper on the table. But don't you tell me about me and mine. I'm a savvy boy, willing and able. How they ever gonna find us? Shipwreck on the mountain. Rubbernecking all the outlaws. It's who we wanna be. Belly up and just fake it. And 2-step overrated. So we can hope to be someone someday.
In Central and South Texas, your roof isn't just protection, it's peace of mind. At Casa Roofing, we've spent years providing reliable, top-quality roofing solutions. Whether new construction, full replacements, or small repairs, our team has you, well, covered. Whether rain, wind, hail, or the hot Texas sun, protect your home with the experts Texans trust. Call Casa Roofing today for a free inspection.
GBTC provides cutting-edge technology for your home and business. From smart security and high-speed internet to TV and phone, GBTC has everything you need to stay connected. We're committed to building a stronger, better, connected future. Our GBTC Foundation's charitable support and industry-leading products help you stay connected to what matters most. GBTC, connecting you.
Life is yours to spend. Spend it thinking about the future. Spend it enjoying the moment. Spend it watching them grow. Spend it wishing they'd stop. Spend it believing in yourself. Spend it believing in something just a little bigger. First United Bank. Spend life wisely.
Gilman Automotive is San Antonio's #1 auto team. Choose from a stadium-sized selection of new and pre-owned vehicles. If you're looking for a Honda, Subaru, or Mitsubishi, see Gilman Honda, Gilman Subaru, or Gilman Mitsubishi. And best of all, they all come with the Gilman Promise. We promise you'll love your new car or you can bring it back.
The Heidelberg Materials Surftex Quarry has been producing crushed stone since 1936. Our products are vital to our infrastructure and economy. We are committed to giving back and supporting our local community. As one of the largest employers and taxpayers in the area, we provide significant economic benefits to Garden Ridge and the surrounding communities. We are more than just a stone quarry. We provide a material to build the future.
Join a winning team with the Davenport Wolves and Bobcat of San Antonio.
Joining us from San Antonio, Texas, please welcome your 2023 UIL State Marching Contest qualifiers, the Pieper High School Band of Warriors. Assistant Directors Alan Carter, Scott Rowley, and Thomas Schaefer. The cover guard is under the direction of John Arroyo. Cover Ranch Middle School Directors are Andrew Reed and Kendall Tucker.
Join a winning team with the Davenport Wolves and Bobcat of San Antonio. Our team has the parts. Our team has the service. Our team has the rentals. Our team has new equipment sales. And we got the best lineup of compact and grounds maintenance equipment in town. For the equipment that builds our city and the team that brings us together, Bobcat of San Antonio and the Davenport Wolves are your winning combination.
In Central and South Texas, your roof isn't just protection, it's peace of mind. At Casa Roofing, we've spent years providing reliable, top-quality roofing solutions. Whether new construction, full replacements, or small repairs, our team has you, well, covered. Whether rain, wind, hail, or the hot Texas sun, protect your home with the experts Texans trust. Call Casa Roofing today for a free inspection.
Life is yours to spend. Spend it apart. Spend it together. Spend a little now. Spend a lot later. Spend it fearlessly. Spend it faithfully. First United Bank. Spend life wisely.
Our dad, Perry Byer Jr., founded Byer Plumbing in 1990.
And today, we're still family owned and operated and have become the top plumbing company in our area.
And the next generation of Byer boys will be ready for you.
You can trust family-owned and operated Byer Plumbing to do the job right. Right now at Byer Plumbing, save $300 off any water softener system and water filtration system. Here today, here tomorrow.
Just for the Byer boys!
The Darlings are under the direction of Andrea Bustos, and the Diamonds and Dazzlers are under the direction of Sarah Gentry and Christina Wyman. The Diamonds would like to thank their large group sponsors, JCB Consulting and Kinderhouse Pediatrics. Tonight, they are performing their traditional kick routine to Lips Are Moving. presenting the Wolf Band's 2024 show entitled Blue.
Our dad, Perry Byer Jr., founded Byer Plumbing in 1990.
And today, we're still family owned and operated and have become the top plumbing company in our area.
And the next generation of Byer boys will be ready for you.
You can trust family-owned and operated Byer Plumbing to do the job right. Right now at Byer Plumbing, save $300 off any water softener system and water filtration system. Here today, here tomorrow.
Just for the Byer boys.
Oh man, here's a broken play. I don't think any of these guys are north to south runners. I mean, look at this one here. Just bounced outside with no blockers ahead of him. But you know, you can always call a Hail Mary, and the guy that you want as your QB is Dr. Ferris. I mean, you give Dr. Ferris the ball, and boom, good things happen. Yep, that's Ferris Orthodontics again with that really nice new smile.
Not the fun part of being a dad, but I have to speak to you about something that is concerning me.
Concerning you?
Yeah. Heard you and your mother talking about this Arlo fella, and
Arlo?
I wasn't eavesdropping. He's always watching you. His videos are secure. This guy sounds like a creep.
It's not.
Your privacy is very important to me, and I think you need to make better decisions when it comes to boys. And this Arlo is not a boy that I think you should be dating.
You're dating someone?
Yeah, Arlo. I heard you guys talking about him.
Arlo.
Yeah.
Dad, Arlo's the name of the new security cameras that we got from our service provider. We were talking about how great they are and how safe they make me feel. Arlo's not a boy.
Well, that's a boy's name.
Oh, boy.
Ah, not a boy. Apparently, we just learned that it's a camera. Named after a boy. Why don't you name it Peter?
Back at Wolf Stadium just in time for the second half kickoff, a game that Davenport trails Pieper 28-0. And following this kickoff, our analyst Sam Kanan going to take us through an important development for these Wolves. Fair catch. Covered it right around the 17-18 yard line, and the whistle's blowing. And that's where the Wolves will start. And Sam, you making some very keen observations here just before the start of the half.
Yeah, we got to see the Wolves come out. We saw a couple injuries. Some guys get banged up, have to leave the ball game at periods of a time. No Barrett Fallon or their quarterback, which is Daniel Sokup II. They are not wearing their pads. We saw them, they're still on the sideline. They're still on their own power, which is a good sign. We kind of talked about it. This might be a precautionary thing because, one, we don't know what the severity is of their health right now, and two, this is a non-conference game. As much as it is a rivalry game, it's a non-conference matchup between a 5A and a 4A team. Very good teams and very good players. You want to keep them healthy for what they want to have is another long state run for both of these rosters.
You just saw Daniel Sokup moments ago on the sideline. Jersey off, shoulder pads off. That kickoff for Ashton Mercer on the re-kick goes through the back of the end zone. So Pieper will start first and 10 at the 25. And look at Sokup, a young man with sights on a very big season. You talk about last year, just what he did. As Sam mentioned throughout the broadcast, filling in spots at quarterback last year, 14 of 30, 243 yards, a touchdown, an interception. That's what they had coming in. So far this season, he's played very well, thrown for 409 yards coming into this ball game on 32 of 59 passing-wise, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. That is what they're missing as Pieper goes to work offensively. Ooh, just missed on what could have been another big play. That one intended down the middle of the field for Cash Lancaster off the arm of Caden Keith.
Yeah, he was wide open down the seam route, just a little bit behind on that pass as Tate Broadus is trying to recover. You put him on him in the numbers, he's running for 6.
Sam mentioning the other half of that 1-2 punch missing for Davenport. Barrett Fallon also without the shoulder pads, no jersey. Get into how much you're going to miss him following this 2nd and 10 snap. Little pitch, ball on the turf, picked up by Hopper, and then the whistle blows. Yeah, it's called an incompletion because he was going forward there with it.
And that's the new development with kind of these shovel passes. It's not a handoff anymore, because if you do have a mishap with handling it, it's a forward pass. It's an easier way to make sure, hey, we're not going to give a turnover, because if that's a handoff, that's fair game. That's fair game for Davenport.
Right. 3rd and 10 for Caden Keith and his Pieper offense. Trips to his right, although Hopper, I should say, is set in tight. Comes around, gets the ball, carrying the pile. Often does. Doesn't quite get to the first down marker, so a 4th down. Unlike their first 2 possessions to begin the 1st and 2nd quarters, Pieper not able to capitalize on this drive with a touchdown.
It's only the 2nd 3 and out of this game. First one being a 3 and out to start the game for Davenport when they started out the first half with the ball. Now Pieper punts, and we'll see if Davenport, hey, you need a stop. Now you need a score to get right back into this one.
Jalen Morrow back to receive the punt for the Wolves. Nice high spiraling kick, takes a bounce at the 36 of Davenport. That's where Morrow takes it inside his 30. Try to get to the corner, forced out of bounds. Samuel Campos, senior, listed as a running back along with his special teams duties among several Pieper defenders chasing Morrow out of bounds.
That was a good return, because if he continues to let that ball bounce, it's going inside the 20 for Davenport. Instead, picks it up off the bounce, gets a good return. Now they'll start at the 40.
In place of Sukup is the young man who took over late in that first half, a sophomore, Tredarian Daltrey, listed as a running back. He's number 20.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so the official indicating the ball was dead when it was recovered, so Davenport will start at its own 25, negating nice effort for Morrow.
And I know he's saying get away by signaling don't field it, but he's saying get out of the way because the ball's hitting the ground. That's not a fair catch signal, so I don't like that call.
Boston Hernandez making good use of his first touch of the night. First down yardage. Gets across the 40. 1st and 10 at the 41. Again, it's Hernandez. Again, it's a positive yardage. This time, maybe 4. Yep, they'll give it to him at the 45. Actually stepped back, so a gain of 3 at the 44.
Starting to see Davenport go deep into the depth chart with Hernandez. You talk about this. You got a guy in Daughtry listed as a running back playing quarterback, and you've got a guy listed as wide receiver playing running back. Versatile pieces.
Here's Dante Singletary. He's a true receiver. 3rd year on varsity, comes across near midfield. Brings up 3rd and right around 4. Another nice look there at Singletary coming around. Nice tackle by Kyler Shepler. Shepler, a big kid. Standout Pieper linebacker. He's a senior. Shotgun on 3rd and 3. Daltrey looking to his left. Incomplete. It was trying to get it to Trevin Singletary. Just over the outstretched arms of the junior wide receiver.
Jackson Hopper almost has his 2nd interception of the year. Had one against the Jags last week. Jumps the short out route. And again, down 4 scores. This is no surprise for the Wolves, keeping the offense out on 4th and medium.
Yeah, officially 4th and 3. They're at their own 48. about Boston Hernandez. He's in there for Barrett Fallon. We were talking about what they missed with him. Well, all he did last year was go for over 1,800 yards, 1883, 26 touchdowns. Daltrey on 4th and 3 in trouble. Some help from his big old lineman. Doesn't really help, though. And so pushed all the way back to right around the 40. And a turnover on downs. That Pieper defense, again, holding stiff.
We talk about the physicality, but they've got team speed just as much. A very veteran crew, and they read their keys well once again. Get another 4th down stop. It's the 3rd time they've gotten the Wolves on 4th down.
Yeah, Davenport's had some success on 4th down, but at the same time, they've taken so many attempts that they've also had their fair share. You mentioned 3 of not converting. Keith looking for the shot on 1st and 10. Over the top, complete touchdown. On the other end of that reception, it's Cash Lancaster, money for Cash.
And Caden Keith continues to have just perfect touch with the long ball. Sudden change, goes for the post route, and Cash money. Write the check for 6.
You can deposit it as well, right? 45-yard deposit. 9:02 remaining in the 3rd quarter, and Pieper just took a 34-0 lead. Point after still to come. Hold for Grindstaff. Andrew gets it down. And it's booted through. Pieper, 35, Davenport 0. The Wolves, another shot on offense will return right here from the campus of Davenport High School in a highly anticipated matchup. Back after this.
In Central and South Texas, your roof isn't just protection, it's peace of mind. At Casa Roofing, we've spent years providing reliable, top-quality roofing solutions. Whether new construction, full replacements, or small repairs, our team has you, well, covered. Whether rain, wind, hail, or the hot Texas sun, protect your home with the experts Texans trust. Call Casa Roofing today for a free inspection.
Wolves Stadium celebrating over on the Pieper side of things, a packed house. Warriors fans, plenty of reason to celebrate. For Davenport, rough night that's got rougher as it's gone along because injuries to their top players, Daniel Sokup and Barrett Fallon, quarterback, running back, 1-2 punch, neither in the game, both leaving at various points of the 2nd quarter, both actually kind of later in the 2nd quarter. Fair catch for the Wolves. And because Jalen Morrow says, I'll take the fair catch, Davenport will start at its own 25.
At this point, you get to see a little bit of the depth of Davenport. Just looking for positives, working on certain things. The result is not going to be there today, and that's okay. It's a non-conference game. You got one more non-district game, then you get into the thick of your schedule, trying to win district, and then the biggest goal that Coach J.D. Zimmer-Hansel wants is to get to state.
Pass complete, no, incomplete, dropped, had it momentarily. Caden Scott, the junior, the intended receiver. I think it's such an excellent point you make, Sam. For us, it's a fun mega matchup, right? I've referred to it several times throughout the broadcast because it does come with a lot of context to it, right? I mean, heck, Coach Zimmer-Hansel telling us before the game, state, that's our goal. We came a game short as Boston and Hernandez goes right for a couple yards. They're coming off the state semifinal. They have several key guys back. And so state or bust. It's that kind of mentality here at Davenport. One of those, so you've got a team looking with those expectations on one side. On the other side, you got a regional finalist who's got several key guys and explosive offensive players at that. You see them head-to-head in an early season contest, and it's fun. It's hype. Boy, that's going to be a good game. It's a different set of circumstances for these two programs, though, because it's not a district contest. Daltrey nearly picked, was almost picked. Davenport doing a nice job of making sure that was not an easy reception and then ultimately causing the incompletion.
Playing a little defense on offense there. Lucky It was not a turnover. Trying to roll out Daughtry, find himself a passing lane, and a good hit there from Trevin Singletary, making sure number 5, Carter Norsworthy, did not get the turnover for the Warriors. But yeah, to your point, the funny thing about this matchup too is these are two very new programs. Each of them have only had a couple UIL sanctioned years. Both of them had outlaw years where they're playing JV teams, some varsity teams. Their first years, it was 2-8 record for Pieper, and then they go from that to 12-2.
Yeah.
You got Davenport in their first UIL sanctioned year. They go 10 wins and then best it with an 11-win season going to the state semifinals. And so, and we live in a world where you taste that success and you want more of it, and you want it now. And both of these teams have the talent to make that run and do it this year once again.
Keith in shotgun formation, and as we all know in high school football, it's all about district. That's what gets you into the playoffs. As Keith goes to his left, goes past the line of scrimmage, so tucks, gain of maybe a yard. I think that's what they're going to give him depending on the spot. And so because this is not a district game, and I think you hit it very well early on, you've got two of your horses who are dinged up, and it's already a game that at that point was already a 3-touchdown deficit, right? And depending on when they made the decision, it might have even been a 4-touchdown deficit. It might have already been 28-0. So you're thinking, why put our guys back in this? Piper's physical. They're tough. Up the middle, it's Hopper. Cross midfield, still on his feet, finally brought down at right around the 42-yard line.
I mean, this kid is electric. I mean, he's 5'9", 215. We've seen him run over people. This time he's running past people, a 4.6 40, and we got to see that speed on display right there.
1st and 10 at the 42 of Davenport. Shotgun, empty backfield as Hopper motioned out. Here's a screen.
It's coming back.
And that probably is going to come back. The ball's loose, although, depending on the spot, it might be Davenport ball. Ethan Palmer had it, then lost it.
Great defensive play. Second turnover caused by the Wolves, and look who's on top of it, Trenton Evans-Williams.
Young man who tends to find the ball often, and so because the penalty is on Pieper, here's the official call. So it turns out the play will matter. It'll stand because Davenport obviously will decline in this instance. They get it back under 7.5, 7:22 to be exact. In a game, they throw 35-0.
And that's one thing.
Go ahead.
And I was going to say, that's what they did well defensively last week. They caused 5 turnovers. We're +4 in that category versus Kerrville-Tivy. A big reason why they had a 28-0 third quarter and getting themselves that victory.
Boston there picking up off the tough snap. Ball was on the turf. Boston says, I'll take it. Trying to make something happen. That Pieper defense, as it has been throughout the night, pitching the shutout, very alert. 2nd and 11. Trips to Daughtry's right. Hands. Hernandez, good lane up the middle, a big hole. Big enough that one of those 18-wheelers right here off of 281 could have gone through there.
Yeah, got downhill quickly, and that's a big reason why. Good parting of the C between the right guard and the center. Good push up front.
Under 6.5 we go. Daughtry, tough pass, risky, almost picked. Brady Ginley, this close to having his own highlight.
It's the right read from Daughtry. Everyone crashes down on Hernandez. Get it out to the flat. The only problem is you miss a block, and number 15 for Pieper, Brady Ginley, is right there looking for 6, just can't hang on to the ball.
You get the sense that Boston Hernandez is back there just simply, he's probably one of Coach Zimmerhansel's better athletes. He's listed as a backup X behind Caden Scott. But I think they're thinking, get him in space, he can do some things. And with Barrett Fallon out, give him an opportunity, see what he can do.
He's got some good size on him, some good top-end speed. Just gotten to see that when he got downhill a few plays ago. And this is part of this Davenport offense. They're very explosive. They've got plenty of talent on the outside. Just have to get it to their playmakers.
3rd and 13 following a loss of 3. Another bobbled snap. Daughtry lets it go and just throwing it away. Nearest receiver was Trevin Singletary. Well over his head. 4th down for the Wolves.
Yeah, it's just been that type of night for Davenport. Nothing's been working. Trying to get his eyes upfield quickly. Loses sense of the ball, and then that busts the play from the get-go. Nothing Daughtry can do right there.
For the Warriors, their usual returners back in the punting game, Andrew Grindstaff and Brady Hopper. Hopper calling for the fair catch. Looks it in. Pieper will start at its own 40. It's a series that dates back 3 years. This the 4th meeting. Davenport winning the first 2. And then last year, Pieper with some theatrics at the end. Sam, you were taking me through it earlier in the night, able to get what amounted to their first win in this series. And so Pieper looking to even the series history here at 2, well on their way to doing just that. Bad snaps all the way around in this one. John Hamilton picking this one up. Gets back to the 40.
It's just been a little bit of sloppy start to the second half. Neither offense has been able to get going, and it starts with the snap. You just got to, again, both of these coaches mentioned we cannot beat ourselves. If we just play to our strengths and play our standard, we've got enough talent and execution to be with anyone.
Keith looking left, incomplete, intended for Champagne. You know, and if anything, for Coach Nick Rogers, an opportunity to coach, right? He's up 35-0. You got to nitpick to a certain extent, given how well his Pieper program has played tonight against a very good Davenport squad. And so you can attack this in a number of ways, one of which being focus, right? Keep focus. You know, there's going to be times as we get into district play, especially that tough district that they're going to go through here in a couple of weeks, and then through what we hope is going to be another long playoff run, there's going to be times we might find ourselves up 3 touchdowns on a very good team. You cannot afford to let off the gas in those kinds of situations. John Hamilton to carry, nothing there.
Yeah, that's exactly the point he's going to be making to his guys. Yeah, you score on a touchdown after getting the ball back on downs, but your first drive of the second half, you go 3 and out. Touchdown, this drive, you go 3 and out. It's kind of those minute things that kind of get lost when you just look at the box score, you look at the score and you go, oh, it's 35-0, you killed them. Well, let's look at what happened in the second half. Those are going to be what he's going to point out in film is, hey, this is what we need to take care of.
Another high snap. Carter Noseworthy doing a fantastic job, though, of one-handing that, bringing it down. The punt dies at the 40. Let's step aside. Pieper in control, 35-0 here at Wolf Stadium. We're back after this.
Hey Piper Nation, I'm Dr. Daniel San Martin, your neighborhood board-certified orthodontist. My family and I live here in Kinder Ranch, and I have been proudly building Confident Smiles since 2012. We're excited to say that our new office is now located on Borgfeld Road. At San Martin Orthodontics, I personally see every patient at every appointment, and I'm the only doctor you'll see throughout your entire treatment. If your family needs orthodontic care, we'd love to earn your trust with a complimentary consultation. We hope to see you soon, and go Warriors!
We're back just in time to see a false start called on the Davenport offense. But it's not the only infraction on a play that happened or a snap that happened as we were away. You see the unnecessary roughness penalty attached to Pieper, so 15 yards. That outweighs the false start for Davenport. So the Wolves will have it 1st and 10 at their own 49 with 3:40 remaining in quarter number 3.
And those are going to be the talking points for Pieper is, hey, we got 5 free yards on the false start. There's no need to get the extracurricular. I know you're trying to finish the play.
Handoff across midfield. The give to Trevin Singletary. Boston Hernandez still in the backfield. We do have a Davenport player on the field. It's the ball carrier Singletary.
I gotta say, I'm very impressed with the front 7 of Pieper. I don't know what we have total now, but first half, this is a Davenport offense that likes to establish the run game to open up the pass game. We saw 31 rushes for the Wolves in that first half, 88 yards, and only 110 yards of total offense.
Want to hear more about that when we come back from the break? Let's step aside. You're watching Davenport and Pieper right here at the campus of Davenport High School. Back after this. So Trevin Singletary able to walk off the field on his own power. Good sign. Trevin, the latest in a line of Davenport Wolves who have been banged up tonight. Daniel Sokup, the quarterback. Barrett Fallon, the running back, left the game in the first half. Both second quarter exits. We're late in the third here in a 35-0 ball game that Pieper leads. That defense again stiffening up. 2nd and 9 just became 3rd and 10.
Now you've got Hernandez with a slight limp now. But yeah, back to the point I was making before the end of last break. Those rushes, we talked about what Davenport's done in wins last year. 7 yards per carry, 4 yards per carry in losses. In that first half, they were only averaging 2.87 yards per carry, and it's probably even gone down even further because this rushing defense has been great. Oh my.
Speaking of, right on cue, Sam. Carter Norsworthy saying, I'm going to time it out so that what Sam's saying comes with a visual. Right up the middle, Daltrey having no shot. Sophomore quarterback goes down, and 4th down coming up for Davenport.
Now you understand the reason why that left tackle is so important. They bring that extra rusher with Norsworthy, and I mean Daughtry just saw it not coming whatsoever. Brickhouse right into the back. Lucky he's being able to walk off the field.
Ashton Mercer, the punt, been a busy night for him. A dynamic Davenport offense held scoreless, but again, it bears repeating, even though it's been repeated several times, that they've been without their 2 best players since I would say sometime between the 3-4 minute break mark of the second quarter. Let's go to commercial break. When we come back, Pieper takes over. We're back after this. The Warriors up 35-0. Brady Hopper of the Warriors with a first down carry on 1st and 10 for the Warriors. So now a new set of downs at their own 46. Caden Keith with Hopper to his right and shotgun. He's got 3 receivers to his left. Hands to Hopper, who goes left. Clears midfield. Run out of bounds at just inside the 45 on the Davenport end of things.
Flag at the 50. So
there's the laundry. Never mind. Holding penalty brings it back.
Colton Green, the guilty party. They're at the right tackle position. Piper's been very efficient on both sides of the ball. First half for Keith, 10 for 14, 174 yards. Added a 4th touchdown. Hopper has been getting it done on the ground as well.
There he goes. On 1st and 16, he might have picked up a first down. He did. 17 yards. As the game clock now goes under 33 seconds, it's running, obviously. No reason to stop the clock outside of the moving of the chains temporarily. They do have to get a play off. The play clock, small differential. There's the snap. Keith faking, coming around to Champagne, and then caught off the carom. Just the way they drew it up. Isaiah Champagne, quick hands, tip drill, offensive version. And that's the way the third quarter comes to an end. All Pieper tonight. Supposed to be a slugfest. The Warriors inserting their will and then physically knocking 2 of the Wolves' best players out of the ball game tonight. We're back with the 4th after this. Warriors 35, Davenport 0.
Hey Piper Nation, I'm Dr. Daniel San Martin, your neighborhood board certified orthodontist. My family and I live here in Kinder Ranch, and I have been proudly building Confident Smiles since 2012. We're excited to say that our new office is now located on Borgfeld Road. At San Martin Orthodontics, I personally see every patient at every appointment, and I'm the only doctor you'll see throughout your entire treatment. If your family needs orthodontic care, we'd love to earn your trust with a complimentary consultation. We hope to see you soon, and go Warriors!
Start of the 4th quarter. Isaiah Champagne, the intended target on the first play of the final period. Off the arm of Caden Keith. Incompletion over the middle brings up 3rd and 19, at Piper's own 49. Keith rolling to his right, looking left, lets it go, bomb. He's got cash, hauls it in. Money again. Take that one to the bank. Big plays continue for this Pieper offense, 41-0 with the extra point to come.
51-yard touchdown pass the second connection between Keith and Cash, I mean, it was a great adjustment because they're rolling out to the right of Keith, and Cash is the backside receiver that continues to work across the field. Keith finds him, and again, you see that adjustment to the ball coming across and into the end zone for the second time tonight.
We're back after this, all Pieper tonight right here at Wolf Stadium. Davenport hit with another haymaker moments ago. Not long after Caden Keith and Cash Lancaster connected on a 45-yard touchdown. The two hook up again for 51 yards this time. 42-0 our score. Daniel Miranda now on to kick. Pieper now emptying the bench a little bit when it comes to special teams. 21 seconds into the fourth quarter, they get their sixth touchdown of the night. Fair catch. Davenport will take it at the 25, remember. High school rule now, wherever the fair catch comes, you take over at the 25, regardless of where it's made. We're talking about the good start that this Pieper program had, Sam. We've talked at length about the wins against Bernie and Johnson to start 2024, right? Well, here's the thing about that win against Johnson is the Jags are not only one of the top 6A programs and top programs, period, in all of San Antonio year in and year out. But you could say, well, they lost Ty Hawkins. They're not the same team. As Daltrey comes out, nice completion. Little curl right for Dante Singletary. Dante gets past the 35 to maybe the 36. First down on 1st and 10, so the Wolves move the chains. But even without Ty Hawkins, that same Johnson team that Pieper beat last week was able to knock off Judson in the season opener this year. And as we all know, Judson, you can say what you want about, they're not the Judson of old, but Judson is still very, very good year in and year out. So Johnson was able to beat that Rockets program, ball on the turf, and because his knee was down, as Daltrey recovered, the play blown dead. So even with taking that into account, Johnson was able to beat Judson. Well, that's the same 6A program that Pieper beat. That's the kind of quality of opponents that Pieper has taken on in those first 2 weeks. And then even before the injuries to soak up, and Fallon, well on their way in this ball game. So Coach Nick Rogers had mentioned he's going to know a whole lot about his team 3 weeks in. I think it's safe to say he's very happy with the results to this point, nitpicking aside. Boston Hernandez to carry, they're going left.
Yeah, I mean, you look at it, and you have probably the 3 toughest, at least from the schedules I've seen, 3 very quality non-district opponents.
Yeah.
And you're in one of the tougher districts
already
in Region 4 because you look at it, we've talked about it a little bit. Smithson Valley, that game on September 27th, I know where you'll be. That will be probably to figure out who is the district champion because Pieper and the Rangers were picked 1-2 in that district, but don't sleep on Wagner in your district opener. And then New Braunfels coming down from 6A to 5A. You think they're going to have a little bit more spark and pizzazz, but even at the 6A level, the Unicorns were a very tough out.
Right.
Throwing Bernie Champion and MacArthur. So that's one of the tougher districts in 5A Division I. And, I mean, we're seeing why Pieper is so highly touted in Region 4.
Punt away for Ashton Mercer. Good punt, usually the case. Ashton a good leg. Hopper with the fair catch. Warriors will start at their own 25, so almost like a kickoff on their end, although their defense pitching a shutout, so no such thing aside from the kickoff to start play at the beginning of the ball game. And to add to that, you know, Sam, in terms of what lies ahead for Pieper, what makes that game against Smithson Valley that much more fun is there's always that much more to it when it's two programs where the newer school took from the school that they're about to play. You see it with Judson Wagner. You know, you see it with Northside ISD, you know, O'Connor, you know, Sotomayor and Harlan taken from them. Brennan and Warren taken from Clark when they opened way back in the day. It's just always a different feel when the newer school is taking Champion and Bernie is taking from the school that they're facing in that particular night's fantastic rivalry.
And that's why this game meant so much for these communities, because the Battle of Cibolo Creek, these are the two newest schools in Comal ISD. It doesn't matter if one's 5A and one's 4A. They still play each other when it comes to select baseball, select basketball.
Yeah.
I mean, they go to the same churches, see each other at the grocery stores here and there.
Yeah.
And so these people know each other. They're friends when it comes to opposite sidelines, but inside those white lines, they're mortal enemies.
You see number 16 on your screen. He's a new quarterback. First pass attempt is complete. Drew Driffle, senior, the backup to Caden Keith. Completion. Easton Springer, his first reception of the night. And then just continuing the conversation, Sam, I think you're dead on when you said you look at the Pieper's pre-district schedule. Bernie, Johnson, Davenport. The only one that comes to mind, and again, I'm trying not to be tunnel vision here because God knows, as much as I wish I had a memory like this, I don't have every single program's schedule right in front of me, nor do I have it memorized. It's a snap, the Driffle, handoff comes left. Nice gain there. Samuel Campos, his first carry, as both teams now well into their benches. Campos getting near midfield, 2nd and 2. With those three to start, the only program that I can think of that had a similar start was maybe Reagan, starting with Brennan and then playing Steele. Because I think those three top teams, Reagan, Brennan, and Steele, were, by any account, the three best 6A programs in Greater San Antonio. Campos again up the middle, first down yardage as he gets into Davenport territory. Dragging defenders, no whistle, there it is. So they'll spot it at the Davenport 44. So, you know, maybe facing those two juggernauts to start, maybe that compares. But outside of that, you know, name me a team that's faced the likes of Bernie, Johnson, and then Davenport to start. And oh, by the way, they play in one of the toughest 5A districts in all of Texas.
I don't know. I'm looking at Reagan's schedule right now. They're in a dogfight with Temple, and I don't know much about Temple, but they're giving the Rattlers everything they can handle, 14-13 midway through the third. But yeah, I mean, you look at it, a 4A Bernie team that is now 5A, correct me if I'm wrong, and they were state championship game in the thick.
Just 2 years ago, yeah.
2 years ago.
And playoff season again last year.
Yes.
You know.
Johnson's
with
always
several guys back.
Johnson's in the playoffs year in, year out. They're just looking to break it into getting into a deep playoff run. First time since Hunter Ritteman, who's now at UTSA, was the quarterback with Coach Ritteman, who's now at Alamo Heights. And talk about having a team. The Alamo Heights team, they've got one of the most prolific players in all of 5A with the Mules.
Yeah, Michael Terry.
And then, like you said, come back to Davenport in 4A Division I. You don't know what you have at the beginning of the season, but you see the names and you're going, we're going to know a lot about our team after week 3 going into district play. I got to be thrilled if I'm Nick Rogers, making sure, 1, we get out injury-free, and 2, we're progressing to where we want to go. 3-0, getting ready for at Wagner, and then Smithson Valley at home.
Samuel Campos, a couple of carries on the last plays, a first down pickup, followed by a loss of 1 on this latest one. Actually, officially no gain, 2nd and 10, pass incomplete. Again, they were looking for Easton Springer, unsuccessful on this one, unlike on their first attempt. 3rd and 11 for this Pieper offense as the clock stops at 4:36. And to your point, Tim, I think Temple, I'm not going to pretend to be a statewide savant here, but Temple usually a very good program. You would think that holds again this year, and thus the close game with Reagan. On 3rd and long, pass complete, and then the hit. Bring in the wood, big hit for Eric Singletary, saying this game may be over in terms of the score and what's left in it, but the game's not over yet officially.
Yeah, you got to play till it hits 000, and that's a good play. There's a reason why he's an all-state player. He's going to play every single play like it's his last, and doesn't matter what the scoreboard says. He plays to a standard, and saw right there, laying the wood.
4th and 3, Pieper gonna go. Too close for a punt. Maybe want to give their offense some reps. A new running back into the game lining up is Backup Kid. And let's take a break as the action does. We're back after this. Pieper, all Warriors tonight here at Wolf Stadium.
Hey Piper Nation, I'm Dr. Daniel San Martin, your neighborhood board-certified orthodontist. My family and I live here in Kinder Ranch, and I have been proudly building Confident Smiles since 2012. We're excited to say that our new office is now located on Borgfeld Road. At San Martin Orthodontics, I personally see every patient at every appointment, and I'm the only doctor you'll see throughout your entire treatment. If your family needs orthodontic care, we'd love to earn your trust with a complimentary consultation. We hope to see you soon, and go Warriors!
Wolf Stadium, 3:41 remains in a game that's going to see Pieper advance to 3-0. Davenport will suffer its first loss. Talked so much before the break about Piper's first couple of games. Impressive wins by the Warriors to start their season. 32-15 over Veterans Memorial. 52-34 at Tybee. 4th down, they're going to go as Pieper from their own 25, and I don't think they got it. Well, it won't count. Instead, Pieper will face 4th and 7, right around there. 4th and 8, because it was 4th and 3.
Yeah, they had 2 people in motion there. Didn't look like they got set quite in time, so now, hey, you're up 42-0. Let's see what you got from a field goal kicking standpoint. Again, this could be the difference in a regional final.
There we go.
Right here, comes down to this.
Daniel Miranda on a 47-yard field goal attempt. Lining it up. Penalty for delay a game. The clock hit 0. Something else that Coach Nick Rogers can harp on afterwards. Couldn't get the field goal attempt off in time.
Didn't want to spend another timeout after back-to-back plays.
Well, it now becomes, and maybe he's just putting Miranda on the spot even more, because this is now a 52-yarder.
He's got a little wind at his back, but we'll see.
52-yard attempt for Daniel Miranda. Slips.
And this one's returnable. That's a live ball. Something else that Nick Rogers can harp on. Pieper totally fell asleep, and it cost them the shutout. Guess who? You said it moments ago, Sam. He's going to play till that game's over. Eric Singletary, All-State, showing you why right there. Heads up all the way when everybody else, at least on the Piper side, fell asleep.
Davenport finally has got something to smile about. And you saw Eric Singletary after that delay of game go back. A smart play. I mean, you don't see this very often. The last time you probably saw it was the kick six versus Bama and Auburn. You got a sideline warning on Pieper, and only Eric Singletary had the IQ to pick that ball up and take it for 6.
Well, if we thought that Coach Nick Rogers was going to have plenty of ammo to talk to his team about because of a delayed game penalty, I think he just got handed this on a silver platter in terms of coachable moments that come within the best context, right? There's nothing better than a coachable moment when you're about to win a game and you're up 42-0. And you still get to coach about something. You still get to focus and get on your guys about something to get them that much sharper. So excessive celebration, it looked like.
The sideline warning, they had a couple coaches out on the field.
Oh, it's on Pieper.
Yeah,
gotcha.
So they'll
Gotcha.
They'll actually get to, I guess, do the onside kick from almost the Piper side.
I got to rely on your young ears, Sam. Sometimes mine don't hear as well. First extra point for the young man who's been very busy from a punting standpoint. Ashton Mercer goes through. 42-7. Let's take a break. 3:14 to go. When we come back, what we think will be the conclusion of a fun night, at least on the Piper side of things. We're back after this.
I'm Dr. Daniel San Martin, your neighborhood board-certified orthodontist. My family and I live here in Kinder Ranch, and I have been proudly building Confident Smiles since 2012. We're excited to say that our new office is now located on Borgfeld Road. At San Martin Orthodontics, I personally see every patient at every appointment, and I'm the only doctor you'll see throughout your entire treatment. If your family needs orthodontic care, we'd love to earn your trust with a complimentary consultation. We hope to see you soon, and go Warriors!
Back here at Wolf Stadium, because of the penalty, this kick for Ashton Mercer, no problem sailing through the back of the end zone. So the Warriors will start at their own 25, 3:14 remaining. The last time they were on the field, it's a drive that resulted in a field goal attempt that fell short, only to be returned 100 yards by Eric Singletary. Bringing us to where we are now, 42-7. Davenport avoiding the shutout. Now, the Piper defense still pitching the shutout, but in terms of the scoreboard, not going to show up that way. Backup quarterback for the Warriors, Drew Driffel. Got Samuel Campos, backup running back to his right. 4 receivers on the formation. 3 of them were split to the right. Campos picks up a couple.
Yeah, got to give good credit to the starting lineup for Pieper. Just listen off the end of their nights and their statistical lines. Caden Keith, 14 for 22, 248, 5 touchdowns. Did throw 1 interception. I mean, he had 4 touchdowns in their opener versus Bernie. He only had a rushing touchdown versus Johnson. Made up for it this week with 5 TD touchdowns, 2 to Lancaster, both being the only touchdowns the Warriors had in the second half.
Yeah, he spread it around. Brady Hopper got 1, Isaiah Champagne got 1, Evan Drake got another. Fantastic effort all the way around for Caden again.
You talked about him spreading around 8 different receivers that he completed a pass to, having 4 with multiple receptions. You had 2 to Grindstaff for 87 yards. We talked about the 2 touchdowns to Lancaster, a 45 and a 51-yard touchdown. And then it was a quiet night for Mr. Champagne, their star wide receiver, but 5 catches, 42 yards, and a touchdown. That's still solid work for a guy that's going to be, he's going to be bracketed and double and triple covered for a lot of this season with how athletic and explosive he is.
Driftwell's pass complete there to Johnny Castro, getting his first reception. Handoff to Campos, penalty on the play. As we go and near a minute 30 left in the ball game. Yeah, it's funny with Isaiah Champagne is that he makes the most out of when he does touch the ball, doesn't he? When he does touch it, you're ready to explode. You're ready to get excited because he's ready to explode. And so you're right, not that many touches, but he didn't need that many.
Yeah, and Coach Nick Rogers, when we talked about his line, it's lightning in a bottle, says he's one of the best wide receivers that he has coached, if not that's on the field every single week, week in, week out. And so when you have that type of playmaker at your disposal, you're going to get the ball to him in a numerous of different ways. And today it was just the short routes and let him go to work. Let him have his fancy footwork, spin moves, juke moves, jump cuts, whatever it was, he was able to make it happen.
Campos coming right, a little bit of a spin move. Gets to the 45. Go under 50 seconds, and the next snap should be the final one of the ball game. Pieper seconds away from staying perfect on a young 2024. Looking to build off an appearance in a regional final. Caden Keith in charge at quarterback for what they hope is a long playoff run. Isaiah Champagne, Sam just mentioned him as a dynamic playmaker. Guys like John Hamilton in tow, and on the defensive side of the ball, guys who get to the ball in a front seven that is nasty. For Davenport, their first loss, but a team coming off a state semifinal appearance that makes no bones about it, is stinking state championship. And remember, they're the 4A in this 5A, 4A matchup, and they were without their 2 best offensive players for more than half of this ball game. All that said, though, it's an effort by Pieper that, Sam, when we look at players of the game, we can go offensive, we can go defensive, we can go 2 offensive. But when we look at players of the game for Pieper, many to choose from, but if we have to narrow it down and pick 2 Pieper players of the game, I want to get your thoughts on who you're looking at. I'm thinking of one in particular that jumps out right away.
Yeah, it's got to be the quarterback, Caden Keith, because you throw 5 touchdowns in a game, you deserve a game ball. But defensively, I mean, you could go anywhere. I got to give it not to just one player, but one group, and it's the front 7 of the Pieper Warrior defense, because, again, this is a Wolves team that loves to establish the run. If they can get that done, it opens up their entire offense. They weren't allowed to get that run game going. I mean, less than 3 yards a carry in this ball game. The only touchdown they score is on a missed field goal return for a touchdown. That front seven, that entire defensive group does not give up any points against a offense under Coach J.D. Zimmerhansel, who was an OC back at Bernie Champion and is used to scoring 45 points per game. They're held to just 7. That's an incredible feat by this Warrior team.
In terms of Sam mentioning the front seven, take your pick. Linebacker Kyler Shepler, very good. You look at their defensive line, Josh Menchaca made some plays. Will Potts also on the defensive line. Thor Mickelbust, very, very good for the Warriors' interior line. Just the lineup that up and down has so many guys who can make plays, and as Sam mentioned, so many guys who got to the ball. Nino Spino, another guy who got in on plenty of carries. And just all across the board from Leighton Springer and on, it's a group that very worthy of a collective defensive player of the game. Good call by Sam on a night in which Caden Keith comes out and throws 5 touchdown passes on the heels of just 2 weeks ago throwing 4 touchdown passes in a shootout win against Bernie. Sam, final thoughts on this game, a game that we talked about was highly anticipated, and when it was all said and done on this night, it's not indicative of what's going to happen throughout the rest of the season. We know that. We know Davenport's got a lot of wins and a bright future left in this season, but on this night, your thoughts?
Yeah, we saw why Pieper is highly ranked in district as well as the entire state in 5A. They have a lethal defense that can stop the run and get after it when it comes to pressure, defending in the back end. And because that was the big question mark. You're losing your star linebacker, Caden Glass, last year. Who's going to step up on the defensive end? We saw a lot of Warriors step up, and then you saw the offense. 9 offensive starters return. They continue to pick up where they left off. For Davenport, everything that they want to do is still in front of them. A district championship is still out there in front of them. They still got one more non-district game versus Del Rio to prepare. And then getting ready for state. They are the favorite in 4A Division I in Region 4. They have the chance to have that moment to get to state, to have that taste again. If they can stay healthy, if they get Barrett Fallon, Daniel Sokup fully healthy, we don't know the extent to what their condition is. They have all the talent, all the playmakers possible for another long state run.
Very well said. For statistician extraordinaire Tony Kamen, for Sam Kamen, doing an awesome job, as he always does, with color commentary and play-by-play over with UIW football and across Wick Productions broadcasts. I'm Hector Ledesma saying good night. Great folks at Wick Productions doing fine job as always. We say good night on a night in which Pieper flexes that muscle. 42-7 the final over Davenport here at Wolf Stadium. Enjoy a fantastic weekend and have a great rest of your week. Good night, everybody.
Hey Piper Nation, I'm Dr. Daniel San Martin, your neighborhood board-certified orthodontist. My family and I live here in Kinder Ranch, and I have been proudly building Confident Smiles since 2012. We're excited to say that our new office is now located on Borgfeld Road. At San Martin Orthodontics, I personally see every patient at every appointment, and I'm the only doctor you'll see throughout your entire treatment. If your family needs orthodontic care, we'd love to earn your trust with a complimentary consultation. We hope to see you soon, and go Warriors!